want a play-by-play. You want all the replays of the games that you missed this week. Well, you're in luck 'cause now there's a new girl in town bringing you all the news in sports. She's our woman in motion. She's bringing you all the games. She's causing a commotion 'cause no man can ever claim. She's got grace, she's got style, so just stay for a while and watch the girl next door, 'cause she's our woman in motion. She's bringing you all things sports today. Today, a woman in motion.
Hi guys, I'm Haley. This is a Woman in Motion, and on this video blog I'm going to be talking about all things sports. This week we're going to be focusing on the NFL. After the video, definitely subscribe to my channel and to the blog itself. You can, right below, you can hit follow and then just type in your email and you'll be able to get updates about when I post things on the blog. So, this week, it's going to be short and simple. We're going to go over my top 5 picks and plays from last week. I think there was quite a few upsets, at least for Marylanders. Ravens kind of crushed it for the hearts of all the Baltimore people. And Redskins are just kind of falling apart right now. So this week, our matchups, I don't know if they were exactly difficult or if they were exactly easy, but I think it was definitely a week one, and there's going to be a lot of change, and no one should base anything off of what happened this week. So my top 5 plays from last week, number 5 being Tavon Austin's 75-yard punt return. There were so many different punt returns, and I think that's just a sign of an area that needs to be flagged and marked and worked on over and over and over again, because that's just a simple fix, I think, at least in my opinion. I mean, it could be totally different. Number 4 was Bryce McCain's interception in the Dolphins-Redskins game. Ball was intended for Pierre Garçon, and I don't even think it was considered a rip out of his hands, but just poor execution, I think, and at least on the Redskins' part, trying to figure out where their spotting should be. Number 3 was Kiko Alonso's interception in the end zone. Again, it's a week 1 thing, week 1 fluke. I hope it doesn't happen for anybody else, but that's what makes football exciting. And that's just a big no-no. You just need to be able to read the other defense and see all angles. That's your job as a quarterback. You need to be able to see everything, even though it seems impossible. You got to be ready for the impossible. Number 2 is the Rams stopping Marshawn Lynch at 4th and 1. It's like Super Bowl all over again. I mean, they were trying to redeem themselves by having him run it, but I don't know. After watching the play, it was just interesting to see his choice of stutter steps and directions. From what I saw, it was almost like he was scared and didn't know which way to go. So I think in order for the Seahawks to do anything productive this year, they need to work on their defense and get back to that championship mindset and get back to that hardcore defense that we know from the Seahawks, at least in the past few years. And that brings us to number 1, and that was Davian Stewart's winning interception in the Ravens-Broncos game. Again, another fluke. I hope it doesn't happen again for anybody, but it was great to see execution from the sides that it worked out positively for. All right, so this week, tonight, we have our Broncos at Chiefs, and that's tonight at 8:25. So I'm picking the Chiefs on this one. I think the Broncos got off easy last week. I think there's a lot of mindset problems going on with the Ravens. They need to execute more accurately. And I think the Broncos just found their weaknesses. I mean, if they can find the Chiefs' weaknesses, it will work. But after watching the Chiefs last week, they're on a roll and they have already got the right mindset, so I'm going with the Chiefs this week. Then on Sunday, we have Texans at Panthers at 1 o'clock, and I'm going to go with the Texans. Again, it's so hard to tell right now, but I just have faith in the Texans. I'm just waiting for them to bust out all their tools to get out to where they need to be. Then we have 49ers at Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers on this one. I think the 49ers have a lot of work ahead of them. I think they need to do more in their playbook area. Don't get me wrong, they had some amazing plays, but I just think it's all about strategy, and I think it was more of like a off the wrist type thing going on for them. Then we have the Buccaneers at the Saints, and I'm going to choose the Saints for this one. Then we got Lions at Vikings, and we're going to go with the Vikings. Cardinals at Bears. I'm going with the Cardinals. I mean, I think a majority would go with the Cardinals at this point. Then we got the Patriots at the Bills. Now, this one, I know that they're the Super Bowl champions, and they got Tom Brady, and he's not suspended and everything, but the Bills have some really good defense going on this year, and I think it's going to come down to Tom Brady making those smart decisions, and with that defense, it's going to be really, really hard. You can't just depend on your quarterback to win a game. Defense wins championships, and I think the Bills are probably one of the top defenses you'll see all season. Then we got the Chargers at the Bengals, and we're going with the Bengals. Then Titans at the Browns. Gonna go with the Titans because I know there's some rumors going on that they are having some quarterback decision making time, even though McCown I guess he hasn't been cleared from his concussion. And Manziel did a decent job last week, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. If you put in someone in who has a concussion, it's not going to go well at all. If you put in someone who is still trying to work on their place in the NFL and seeing how the whole game works, it's still not going to be well. It's still kind of like a test drive. Then we got our Falcons at the Giants. I'm going to go with the Falcons. Even though there was major flukes in their game last week, I think they're one of those teams that can pull it out and get a win against this team. Then we have the Rams at the Redskins. It's our last 1 o'clock game, and I'm going with the Rams. After seeing them play last week, they are all in for it. They have the right mindset, they have the right goals, and they just know how to pummel through people. It's like a whole new team. They revamped something, and I think everybody needs to pay attention to that. Then starting with our 4 o'clock games, we got the Dolphins at the Jags. Now I'm going to go with the Dolphins on this one. Then we got Ravens at Raiders, and I'm going to go with the Ravens. And then our 4:25 game is Cowboys at Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles on this one. I just think the Eagles have a little bit more depth in their play. Again, hard to say at week 1, but I think it's going to be a very close game, but I have the Eagles coming out on top. Then we have our night Sunday game. It's the Seahawks at the Packers at 8:30. Right now, from what I saw last week, I'm going all for the Packers. Seattle, even though Cam Chancellor's not there, they need to get their act together. You can't just let the team go down in a spiral. You need to have your defense like it was before. You need to have play execution and understanding of the plays. Super Bowl last year, Pete Carroll straight up said that it was his fault for not running the ball. Then, you get those little notifications on your phone, and there were some things that weren't supposed to happen. So everybody needs to clue in, and if they don't, it's going to be a terrible season for anyone on that team or anyone who supports that team. So we're going to go with the Packers on that one. And then our Monday night game is Jets at Colts. I'm going with the Jets on this one. I think Andrew Luck is shaken up very easily, and I think the Jets can have that defense that shakes him up. So unless Luck can focus, they're not going to win that game. And that game is 8:30 on Monday. So those are my picks for the week. Let me know what you guys think. So since this is my first one, we're keeping it kind of short and sweet. But please, please, please let me know what else you'd like to see in this. I was thinking about maybe covering some college football and some baseball once it gets closer to playoff season. It's getting very intense right now between these losses and wins coming out of nowhere. These big wins and short losses that maybe the teams shouldn't have lost. But let me know what you guys think, and make sure you subscribe. Thank you.